Orange Campus High School's Paul Robeson Stadium. It is now July 20th. It's in the early parts of the preseason. And I'm here with Coach John Jacobs, who is actually the new head coach for East Orange Campus High School, taking over for former head coach Ray Oliver. He was a part of the staff where East Orange made a march for a 13-0 record and the state championship and the state regional championship over Clifton last year. He is now coming from West Orange. He's also the commissioner of the New Jersey Football Coaches Association. So we're going to just do a quick question and answer session, and then we'll get into a more in-depth interview with him later on, as the season progresses and the season goes forward. Coach Jakes, as everybody like to call you, what brought you to East Orange?
Pre-pandemic, ended up making a connection here and was able to get on staff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot closer. I live a lot closer, work a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot of familiarity with the community and some staff here and some players.
So you had a pedigree of people going to the NFL, top colleges around the country. Can you speak on how that was able to help bring about the pedigree here back into and the notoriety back into East Orange?
I mean, that's just a tribute to all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
We got great kids here who are just brilliant athletes. They're tough kids. They work hard. They're intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
They bring a lot of discipline to the work ethic. Really, it's more a function of all their efforts and what they do.
Okay. And with the fact that you have a great reception for all the kids who have embraced you, taking over for Coach Oliver. Coach Oliver went out on and it did something that no other coach has done in the history of East Orange Campus or East Orange High School or Clifford Scott for that matter, which was won a championship in under 5 years. Is that kind of hard? Is that a high bar for you to set, or is that something that you have accomplished at a time when you have taken over programs before?
No, not really.
Really
compare myself to that bar at all. I was here.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of it.
Right.
So no.
No. Okay. So what can we expect from you going forward since you put it that way?
The same level of commitment and work ethic that I produced for the last 3 years.
Okay.
Pretty much,
commitment.
There's one standard of work ethic. It's going to continue to be met.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't, I got to stop coaching.
Okay, gotcha. And that seems to be a common answer for everybody I talk to. Let me ask you another question, and I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. What does Jaguar Strong mean to you?
I think it's kind of the essence of everything I just referenced with regards to these kids. This sense of toughness. Kind of this. We have this like intellectual brutality about ourselves. The kids here.
Right.
They have a very high football IQ. But at the same time, they know how to play very aggressively, very effectively, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it encompasses that with a lot of the off the field stuff as well. They're just these are great kids. A lot of the players on our team. I like to use this analogy a lot. It's like you look at the majority of our kids, and you would say, I wish my daughter would marry that guy.
Right.
That's the kind of young men these guys are.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we're proud of what they're doing on the football field, but it goes far beyond that. What they're doing off the football field as well.
Academics is a big key.
Academics, their involvement in the community. So many of these kids do so many things in the community people have no idea.
Right.
And then not only that, they're brilliance outside the scope of athletics.
Right.
Their talents in other areas, like their musical talents, their intellectual talents, their ability to write.
Right.
All those kind of things.
And it shows.
It shows. It absolutely shows.
You got kids coming back from different years, from Oliver's years, and even a little bit from Hutchinson's years,
yes.
Coming back from colleges, saying, "I got my degree. I want to coach."
Yeah.
And they start here. What do you say to that as far as the accountability of those kids coming back to the neighborhood?
I think that's what kind of what that's kind of what you want to use football as a vehicle for.
Mm-hmm.
Create kind of a conduit to the alumni to kind of look at this as a way to pay it forward when you're done.
Right.
Come back and kind of provide the same kind of insight, inspiration, services that you have provided for you that made you what you are today.
Okay.
And I think our kids really do believe in that process.
Okay, great. So you got some couple tough games coming up, and I plan on being on at least 4 or 5 of them along the way. You got Clifton, a rematch of last year's championship game. You got Irvington right behind that. Then you have, I believe you have Randolph right behind that. Those 3 games alone is pretty much going to be the tail of the tape of your season. Are you going to plan accordingly, or how are you looking towards getting through those first 3 weeks of games?
Right now, what we're looking to do is establish what we have here. Right now, we're working on us. As we get closer to the start of the season, we're going to be working on Clifton. When we're done with Clifton, we're going to be working on the next game.
Next game, okay, gotcha. So, do you have any words of wisdom for people who are looking to come to your program and looking to provide a way of helping out, if they will, or what would you say to them as far as investing into East Orange's programs?
I think the worth of that investment is spoken volumes by the kids here. If anybody came around here and had the opportunity just to interact with, observe our kids, I think it's easy sell. I think that alone is the easiest sell. I think their actions, what they stand for and what they demonstrate is far more powerful than anything I can say.
Okay, and one other question I have: we have a very strong feeder program here in the area. We have a couple youth programs that feed into East Orange and surrounding high schools. Do you think that the parents that are coming from those programs, barring that there's any other issues that they may bring to the table, do you think that the parents will be invested into the program as much as where they're willing to give their time and blood, tears, and sweat along with you to help out in any capacity?
Listen, our job is my job and the job of the staff is to try to make things as easy as we can.
Right.
So obviously, listen, we're never going to turn down help.
Right.
We certainly don't ever want to turn down involvement or engagement. And
right.
The more of it, the better, and it's welcome.
Right.
By the same token, we want to try to set business take as much alleviate as much stress as we can. By demonstrating to them how you're going to care about the kids, what concern you're going to have for the kids. I think a lot of times that puts them at ease, and then in turn they will tend to be more engaged and involved. The fact that the kids will come home happy, they feel good about who they are, they feel like they become better football players, better men. So,
okay, great. Coach, I thank you very much for taking the time out. I know you have some place to be, and we'll talk more along the way. And thank you for being our first guest for the 2022 Coaches Corner season.
Thanks for having me.
All right, have a good day. And so, thank you very much for everybody for tuning in. This is Kerry Porter here, coming to you again from Paul Robeson Stadium, and I hope that you are able to take advantage of our newest segments here. We're going to have Coaches Corner, where we speak to